All right, here I am, and I am in class with my advanced class, and I've got a couple of guys that are actually going to solve some problems. But first, I'm going to do number 7, and I'm going to ask them a couple questions. They didn't even know I was going to do that. So, all right, here's the problem. It says the Baseball Booster Club spent $850 to print 1,200 baseball programs. They plan to sell each program for $2. How many programs must they sell to make a profit of $500? So what I'm going to do is I am going to create an if-then table, and it is going to help me pick out my important information. So in this case, my X variable is going to be they're selling programs, okay? And then my Y variable is going to be, it looks like they're talking about profit, okay? So if I sell 0 programs, someone in here raise your hand and tell me, what's my profit going to be in this situation? Blake? It's actually worse than 0. What do you think it is, Andy? It's going to be even lower than $22, negative 22. What do you think, Daniel? Negative 850, you're correct. All right. So the reason it is negative 850 is because they had to spend $850 in order to print all this stuff out. So if they sell 1 program, someone raise their hand in here and tell me how much money, what's their profit going to be after selling 1 program? What do you think, Haley? Negative, let's see. Okay, so let's go to that. That's okay.
Negative 848.
Good job. Negative 848. All right. So now, the reason it is negative 848 is because they collected $2 for that program. Okay, so they're in the hole, but they're doing a little bit better. So if they sell 2 programs, someone in here raise their hand and tell me what is their profit after 2 programs being sold. What do you think, Charles? Yes, negative 846. Good job. And that's an increase of $2 again. So my slope is going to be when y changes by 2, x changes by 1. Okay? And so that's going to simplify down to 2. My y-intercept, where x equals 0, y equals negative 850. So my equation for this problem is y equals 2x minus 850. And so what they're wondering is, when is my profit going to equal $500? How many programs do I have to sell? So I'm going to take this 500 and I'm going to put it in for y, because that represents the number of, or the profit. So I have 500 equals 2x minus 850. And you would just solve this like normal, like you would in 7th grade. So I'm going to add 850. I'm going to add 850. And let's see, that's going to be 1350 equals 2x. I'm going to divide this side by 2. I'm going to divide that side by 2. You might have to come to the side and do 1350 divided by 2. 2 will go into 13 6 times. That's a 1 left over. Bring down your 5. 2 will go into 15 7 times. And then 2 will go into 10 5 times. And it works out perfect. So, in other words, they have to sell 675 programs in order to make a profit of 500. And that's it.